ABC6 Weather with meteorologist Tyler Hughes. Brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
Well, good afternoon to you here from Easton's Beach in Newport, where a high tide moved in this morning, causing some real serious damage. Now, I'll step out of the way here where you can see an empty spot. A lifeguard chair used to be there, and actually just 30 seconds ago, they came with a large tractor and picked up that lifeguard stand, began to move it out of the way, but it was toppled over by the high surf with the tide this morning, and according to the City of Newport's Facebook page, it's actually some of the tallest lifeguard chairs in America that the surf toppled over. So you can imagine the power of the tide. Lots of sand also pushing up past the boardwalk and into the parking lot too. So the erosion impacts are there. And keep in mind, Easton's Beach in Newport is closed today, but as you can see, lots of people are out here still enjoying the sand. Luckily, most of them are staying out of the water. Look at temperatures outside right now. You can see why they're out here. We're sitting at 80 right now in Newport, 83 in Providence, 81 North Kingstown, and we are at 82 degrees right now in Smithfield. But we do have that storm tracker alert in effect from about 6 to 10 p.m. this evening. And the reason why is that high tide between about 8 to 9 p.m., depending on where you are, and that could cause some minor coastal flooding in some areas, some splash over, maybe ponding in some low-lying parking lots, things like that. And so if you live along the coastline, we want you to use caution, and certainly if you're out driving along the coast, please never drive through any flooded roadways. Use a little bit of common sense now. Now, this is a video we got yesterday from Newport. This is Lisa Tavino on our Now Local News app. Lisa, thank you so much for sending this video in and showing some of the real rough surf that we had. The surf has begun to calm down a little bit, but that tidal concern is still there, especially with the high tide coming up this evening. Here are some of the tides later on. Providence, 8:24, just before 8:30. Same thing in Bristol. Newport, the high tide is about 8:13 or so, and the pier in Narragansett, 8:02. As we zoom out to the whole coastline here, you can see that high tides in Westerly after 9 p.m. and Block Island around that 8 o'clock hour. And when those tides peak, we're concerned about some coastal flooding, even as far inland as downtown Providence along the river as well. So keep that in mind as we go through tonight. Tonight will be an otherwise calm evening. Low temperatures will be in the 60s. We'll have a mostly clear sky, light winds as well, and it's shaping up to be a really nice weekend. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, relatively low humidity and seasonable temperatures. Sunday, a bit muggier and a few clouds around, but that's not a bad weekend for August, all things considered. Highs tomorrow along the coastline, 77 degrees in Westport, 78 New Bedford. As we head toward the Ocean State, you can see 77 Charlestown through Narragansett and 75 over at Point Judith as well. So if you're headed to the beach tomorrow, my advice is just stay out of the water if you can as well. That's where the rip current risk is the highest, and even the wave heights tomorrow will be elevated with the hurricane still moving offshore. That rip current risk is high tomorrow and moderate on Sunday, and so that's something you'll want to be mindful of if you're headed to the beaches over this weekend as well. So high temperatures really over the next week, though, are very mild. This is the warmest it gets in the 7-day forecast, and for the rest of it, we're talking high temperatures in the upper 70s, so that's below average as far as August standards are concerned. So here is that beloved 7-day forecast showing you some shower and storm activity on Monday. Other than that, lots of sunshine, and in fact, we clear out as we head toward the end half of next week. So for now, just use a little bit of caution along the coastlines, but feel free to soak up the sunshine, and especially if you have any plans inland that are outdoors tomorrow, maybe you're headed to do some outdoor dining or something like that, you should be A-OK for those. For now, we are live here at Easton's Beach in Newport. Meteorologist Tyler Hughes, ABC6.